Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our webinar. I'm Winnie, your host for today's session. So before we dive into the exciting journey of cloud transformation, let's cover a few housekeeping items to ensure everyone have the best experience today. So first, we encourage every one of you to participate in our discussion. Feel free to drop any questions and thoughts in the chat, and we will have a dedicated Q&A session at the end. But don't hesitate to share your thoughts throughout the webinar. Second, we will have communities on both Facebook and LinkedIn where you can connect with the fellow Atlassian users, community leaders, and experts. So those platforms are perfect for continuing conversations, sharing insights, and staying updated on the latest trends. So you will see a QR code on screen. So we encourage you to scan the QR code and join our groups. The QR code will pop up on your screen. Let us quickly share our screen first. So you can scan the QR code to our community platforms on Facebook and LinkedIn. Yes, please. Yeah, scan the QR code. And next, please scan the QR code. We'll grant you access to an exclusive free trial of our latest cloud software, Conference Cloud, Jira Service Management Cloud, and Jira Software Cloud, and also Jira Work Management Cloud. By registering for the free trial, you'll also be entered into a draw to win a gift card. So making sure you scan the QR code on your screen. So let's set the stage for today's webinar. For our existing server customers, this webinar will highlight the pathways and advantages of transition to the cloud. For those considering Atlassian cloud solutions, we will explore how these tools are shaping the future of work, fostering collaboration, and driving business growth. With that said, let's kick off this journey. I'm excited to introduce our speaker today, Sim Huashun, who is a cloud migration expert from Achilles Consulting. Sim will take us through the essentials of cloud migration and how to leverage Atlassian cloud offerings to maximize business impact. Over to you, Sim.
Hi, good morning, everybody. Thanks, Winnie, for the introduction. First, I would like to thank Atlassian and the community team for inviting me to be the first speaker for this series of webinars. Okay, I hope this session will be useful for you all. Okay, so a quick run through on the agenda for this session. So we'll do a quick introduction to Achilles. Then we are going to what is the countdown for the 15th of Feb. It's a big day for all the server users. Next, I will share on the pain of maintaining a server and then why customers are moving to cloud. And I will actually share whether what to migrate or to transform. And then the most important part will be the things that you need to know before the migration. It will actually share with you all the insights. And then also there are some tools to help you with the migration. Lastly, then we end with the Q&A session. So Achilles Consulting is a platinum solution partner in Singapore, formed since 2008. And we are actually focused on Atlassian products. So our team, we are a software boutique, so we do actually Atlassian, so day in, day out, full time. So over time, we actually got a lot of training and become certified, and our team is very experienced. And because we done so many projects over the years and work with the users, we understand what they need. And then we found that and Jira and Confluence being very extensible, so we built actually a lot of apps. We got a lot of ideas from the customers and they are useful. So today we have over 30 plus apps on the marketplace. So we are also have experience in both on-prem server and cloud apps. And also we are a cloud security participant. So we know actually what are the things to watch out for when using cloud apps. So I think the reason why you all are here today is because you all also concerned about the 15 Feb 2024 is the end of service for Atlassian server products. So on this day, Atlassian and the marketplace partner will no longer offer technical support, security update, and bug fix for vulnerability. So as of today, there's only 111 days left to actually find an alternative option. So what are the options available? Okay, the easiest solution would be to migrate to cloud. Another alternative would be to upgrade to a GR data center, but you need minimum 500 users. So then there's also an option to stay on server at your own risk or scout for alternative solutions. So we have worked with a lot of customers over these years. In fact, we are also using Atlassian products. So we are actually understand the pain of maintaining a server yourself. So there are a number of issues that you need to deal with. The first thing is upgrade. Then there's also operational issue like because when people use the system, there will be more and more disk space. So you need to actually keep on increase the disk space. And then also SSL cert renewal, and then you need to take care of the backup and the housekeeping. Then okay, like driving a car. When you buy a car, you also need to do maintenance. So the system wise, over time, there's some maintenance activity to be done. You need to do some performance tuning as well. And occasionally, there are some incidents due to system crash or network outage or hardware replacement. All these will require time and effort to write report, to do investigation. And on top of that, there will be a user request for you to actually execute SQL queries for reports. You also need to spend time to check logs to troubleshoot on errors. But the number one issue that people are the major pain with server is actually upgrade. Okay, and why actually upgrade is so tedious? Why can't we actually just click a button and it upgrade automatically by itself? Actually, the strength is actually the weakness. Okay, because Confluence and GR are very powerful. As a result, people actually do a lot of customization. When you have more customization, then you need to do more testing to ensure the compatibility when you upgrade. And it's also very extensible. As a result, a lot of customers are actually using GR and Confluence to integrate with other in-house system. That actually caused the setup to be more complicated. And GR and is also very versatile. You can actually use it for different use case. You can do it for case management. You can do it for test management. You can do it for business workflow, task tracking. So as a result, when people start to use GR, they actually over time they actually evolve to actually handle a lot of use cases, and that caused the GR to become mission critical. And with a lot of user and a lot of data, the upgrade will take a longer time, but the downtime becomes very sensitive. So actually, you can actually simplify the upgrade if you keep it simple and vanilla. Yeah, so security is actually a never-ending race. Okay, so it's like you can see there's always security alerts coming out. Even security companies are also getting attacks. So if you are preparing to host your server, you need to be mentally prepared to actually monitor for security advisory, and then do OS patching, do JVM upgrade, do LTS upgrade. Therefore, if you are hosting your server on-prem right now by yourself, you need to actually think whether is it really safe. Is your actually server publicly accessible over the internet? That is actually a major risk, because you will need a task force to constantly be on standby to upgrade the server as and when there's new security vulnerability announced. And when did you actually last upgrade your Jira or Confluence instance? Do you actually really patch your instance regularly? And do you have a team to do a penetration test and server hardening? Lastly, do you have a Atlassian certified admin to help you to take care of your system? Okay, this is an infographic that we did last year. Actually, it actually reflects the real life of actually what a lot of Jira teams are actually doing. That usually the Jira instance is actually administered by one single user taking up a part-time role. But actually the Jira admin will also need to handle the Jira system engineer role, handle a training role, and also think of solution. So actually the Jira admin is actually pretty overloaded. So do you actually really need to host it internally? Actually, some question that you might be helpful for you to actually do the assessment. Whether do you have actually data on any other cloud products, and whether is it okay for external people to actually access your data. If you do not actually integrate with any in-house system, that will be actually make your job easier. And if you migrate to cloud, there's no need to actually check your log and to execute the SQL, because you won't have access to the database and the log anymore. So then do you actually need to do an annual system audit? It's actually administering a server actually gives you a lot of power, but it also comes with a lot of responsibility. Why customer are using cloud? So actually the cloud is actually a quick win for those people who wants to collaborate over the internet, especially with external customers. That's why JSM is actually for cloud is very popular. So firstly, it's very affordable. You can start an instance for free. There's no need to provision a server, to buy a server and to provision a server. You can just use your credit card. Within a day, it'll be up and running with then you can actually do additional configuration, because there's already a lot of template workflow out of the box. So it's actually you can actually start using it very fast. And there's also a lot of integration with other apps on the internet. And recently Atlassian also bundled Atlassian Intelligence in their cloud product, and it's only available on Atlassian Cloud. So what is Atlassian Intelligence? It's an AI-driven virtual teammate. So it's powered by OpenAI, or some people known as ChatGPT. And the good thing is it's on beta, there's no extra charge. You don't need to pay for a GPT subscription. You just need to actually use a Jira Cloud trial, and then you can use ChatGPT to ask questions. So okay, how the Atlassian Assistant Intelligence can help you. So you can ask them question and they'll tell you answer. So let's watch a video on this. So yeah, in this question is asking how to migrate Confluence to Confluence Cloud. So these questions, the answers are like coming from the internet, not but if there's data in your Confluence instance, that it will also help to refine the answer. And other use cases is like generating reply. So we actually use JSM Cloud as our service desk for our plugins. So yeah, this is one of the example. It was also very useful where you can summarize the content of the comments in the ticket to give you a big picture. Okay, then the next feature that is actually available on Atlassian Cloud is actually the automation. So automation doesn't require any programming. You can just actually click and select to choose rules to automate your any task or process in just a few clicks. And this is the one of my favorite use case with Atlassian Cloud. Okay, there's mobile app which is free. You can download from the App Store. And because Atlassian Cloud is actually on the internet, so you can actually connect directly to the cloud. So that means you can actually work more efficiently anywhere, anytime. And there is no need to actually to have a VPN connection back to the office to actually access the information. So it's actually very accessible. There's a common misunderstanding that actually Atlassian Cloud is actually a port, it's the same as Atlassian server, but it's just hosted by Atlassian. Actually, it's a totally different product with the same design elements, same concept applied. So, and it's because it is having a different architecture. It's not actually as simple as migrating to another server. So this is how a customer asks us what is the difference. So why the Confluence data center is actually, it can be same as a Confluence server. It's only the outside is different, but for Confluence Cloud, it looks the same outside, but is internally the taste, the color, the texture is actually different. And if you move to other products, you will lose some of the features which actually available, the tight integration between Jira, Confluence, and also your user will actually need to get used to a totally new taste. So if you move to if you just do if you do a migration as is, then there's nothing to it's just the same. So this is actually an opportunity to actually unlock value and to make life better. With Atlassian Intelligence, there's a lot of new possibility that you can take advantage of. So, but having said that, the tool is only one part of the puzzle. You need the people and the process together to deliver value. So for example, it's like if imagine today what will the world be if there's no content on the internet for Google to actually extract. It's like ChatGPT will also be useless because there's no places for them to look for the answers. So actually there's a need to actually put in content and tie in your process to actually with the tools to actually build in the content inside. Then you can actually take advantage of Atlassian Intelligence. And also with the tools actually will also help you to move up the maturity level so that there's always continuous improvement. When you do work, how to actually make use of tools to do work in an efficient manner such that the information get reused, and then how to find information, how to discover information to actually help the people work more efficiently. So, and where to get are you spending time like to collate reports where actually all the information, all the insights can actually be generated automatically as a side effect of work. So besides pure migration, actually it's actually an opportunity to do transformation and to unlock values. You can actually take advantage of the new features and also to apply the best practice. It's also an opportunity to fix the mistake of bad design or to optimize the settings. And also I will advise you to consider to actually clear off all the old unused stuff to make it more light and to remove the baggage. What are the things that you need to know? Okay, so you will need to know that shared responsibility model, actually on the cloud security is everyone's responsibility. So there's a lot of things that no there's there are some scenarios where it's not possible for anyone to protect the data. So imagine a person who actually leak out his password. So there's no way for anybody to protect. A user who misconfigured the permission and results in the content being publicly accessible. Or maybe there's a space or project which is actually open to public for anonymous user, and then there's a user who uploaded the document unknowingly. Or the worst case scenario is somebody who deleted a project or space by accident. So these are scenarios that you need to take care with proper security training. Okay, to migrate to Jira Cloud, there's also an app that you need to use. It's called the Jira Cloud Migration Assistant. It's an app actually provided by Atlassian. So this is one of the screenshot where you will have to do the assessment of the plugins that is installed in your server, and you will actually help to tell you whether is there any cloud version available, and whether can it be actually migrated automatically. So some of the apps actually are not available on the cloud, and there's no migration path. So you can actually enter your notes down here. And for those people who are actually using cloud apps, you need to know the difference between Atlassian Forge and Atlassian Connect. So these are the two frameworks available for cloud app development. So for Atlassian Connect app, is actually residing on the app vendor infrastructure. So the newer version of the cloud development framework is called Atlassian Forge. It actually resides between the Atlassian infrastructure using AWS Lambda. So for both apps, they are actually communicating to Jira to get data via the REST API. For the server, is different. All the apps are actually installed inside your Jira or Confluence server. Same thing, all the data is residing in your server as well. So the communication is done via Java API, which is internally. So there's no data transfer. So because of the data transfer, that's why it's very important for data residency. So Atlassian has introduced data residency to actually allow users to choose where to store the in-scope product data. And the good news is Singapore is actually one of the available region to choose from. However, when you actually sign up for a Jira instance, it is actually automatically assigned. So you will need to go into the your Jira Cloud site to check if what is your current location right now, and you can actually move it to your desired location. And another thing to actually enforce to improve the security for apps is there's also the privacy and security tab on Atlassian Marketplace. So if you go to the Atlassian Marketplace website, for every cloud app, there's a privacy and security tab. So down here, there are additional information on how the app is actually storing and managing the data. So this is something that you can check for all your apps. Then there's also a cloud fortified badge on the marketplace apps. So it actually is the highest tier of certification for all the cloud apps. In order to get the certification, you need to pass through the cloud security participation. You need to have reliability check. You need to sign up for the bug bounty as well. Next will be the feature priority. So because of the different architecture, there are some features that are only available on cloud. Likewise, there are also some apps and features which are not available on cloud too. So you need to access. Okay, the reason why they are not available is because of the difference in the architecture, and also there's some additional controls to enforce security on the cloud. So it's not possible to get the feature. So you'll need to actually assess whether the feature is really necessary. Yeah. So yeah, then the next section will be what are the tools that can help you. So for all those users who are using cloud, you please go and actually check Atlassian Access. Is an additional subscription to add on an extra layer of security. So Atlassian Access actually allows single sign-on, two-factor verification. They can also help you to revoke API tokens and give you all the security feature. Is very highly recommended. Okay, one of the feature which I like is actually the mobile app policy. With the Atlassian Access subscription, you can actually control to or enable the biometric authentication. So once you enable it, if there's somebody who actually try to open the GR mobile app, they will actually require the Face ID before actually allowing you to see the data. Then the next tool that actually is very useful will be the Atlassian Beacon. It's actually now a point A product coming out of beta. It's used for intelligent threat detection. So with the beacon, you will constantly monitor your cloud instance for any potential threats, and then you'll send you alerts via Teams or Slack, so that you can actually go in and conduct investigation to see whether is there something peculiar or suspicious going on. And for those users who are actually considering to migrate to cloud and want to do major housekeeping. So because there are some customers who actually use GR for maybe 10 or 15 years, they have actually a lot of data in their instance, and they only need copy more for audit purposes, and they do not need it further for operational for the operations. So actually what the issue archiver for GR allows is you can create a snapshot or archive, which actually creates a human readable archive of the issue before deletion. So if there's a need to reference the issue or the attachments, they can actually go to the archive to read it, and there's no need to actually migrate a lot of data over to the Atlassian cloud. Yeah, because Atlassian cloud, the standard plan only have up to 250 GB of disk space. Then the other tool that we recommend is the attachment tracker for Confluence. So it's an app that actually allows you to scan for missing attachments before cloud migration, because there are some scenarios where the data, some of the attachments are missing in the server. It could be due to maybe a bad upload, or maybe it has been deleted from the antivirus quietly on the back end. So during the migration, then they will realize, when they try to tally the attachments on the server and the cloud, then they will discover that, how come some of the attachments are missing? So by actually running the scan on the missing attachment before the cloud migration, it will really save you a lot of heartache. And another tool for the GR Cloud instance is the site statistic for GR Cloud. Yeah, this is a tool that we built to actually help to track the growth of the GR instance. Okay, with this, you can actually see how the usage of your instance, I mean, whether people are using, and this is good for justifying to the management that it is something useful. There's a lot of issue being created. On top of that, this tool, it can be used to supplement the GR Cloud Migration Assistant. You can actually use it to see whether how many issues, how many projects are actually migrated. And there's no need to worry, because it's built with Atlassian Forge. So there's no data that actually being sent out. All the processing is actually being done in the Atlassian infrastructure. So yeah, I've shared with you some of the things that you need to know. So I hope it's actually helpful, that you have more insight and more information for you to assess the journey. And okay, so the story about the journey to the cloud is they actually went to the west to actually as a team, and because as a team, then they actually managed to succeed. So yeah, you want to see whether if you want to make a journey with a team, if you are what we can offer, we actually for this event, we are actually offering a free 1 hour session to do advisory. If you are moving to cloud, we will actually help you to do some advice and give you some guidance. If you think you want to stay on the server, we can actually help you to do some risk assessment. Okay, then we have a small favor for you. Actually we have our LinkedIn page, but the followers are actually still not a lot. So we'll be grateful if you can follow our LinkedIn page. So if you follow our LinkedIn page, we actually you can get updates. You can also see the infographics that we post on our slide just now. You also get notified about events or freebies also on our blog posts, articles. And to thank you for attending the event. Okay, we have an exclusive gift. Okay, we are actually giving away a free 1 year subscription for our Tissue for Jira app. So the Tissue for Jira app Jira allows you to view hierarchical or related issues in a table on Jira Cloud. So one of the scenario is you can visualize like the tasks and the subtasks. So you can have an overview of all the tasks and the subtasks, or you can see the initiative, epic, story, hierarchy. So it gives you a better picture. Okay, if you think that this app is useful and you would like a promo code for it, you can please indicate yes in the survey form by 1300 hours today. There are also additional resources on the cloud migration at our website, www.achilles.com. So yeah, thanks for your attention. So now we'll go to the Q&A session.
Thank you, Sam, for the incredible insights and the valuable information shared today. So if you still have any questions we didn't address during the webinar, you can still put them in the chat or in the Q&A box. So as we bring today's webinar to close, I have a very exciting announcement to everyone here. We will invite you to join our upcoming high velocity ITSM in-person events in the cities maybe around you in Asia. So you can join us in Hong Kong on the 10th of November. You can also join us in Singapore on the 22nd of November and the Taipei on the 25th. Can we move to the next slide, please? And also we have a virtual event actually on the 23rd. So, you know, each of these events is designed to provide you with a deeper, more hands-on experience with the Atlassian's ITSM solution. It is a phenomenal opportunity to network with community peers, meet with industry experts, and gain insights that are only possible in a face-to-face setting. So to register for any of those events, just simply scan the QR code appearing on your screen right now. So registration is quick and easy. So once again, thank you for joining us today. We are very excited about the journey ahead and can't wait to meet many of you in person at our upcoming events. So stay innovative, stay connected, and keep exploring with us. All right, that's all for today. Bye and see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.